Hi everyone! Welcome back to C2 Novel and Vocab Week 15! High five! Welcome back, third graders. And hello, my name is Miss Kimberly, and the goal of our session is to have students understand each word in our vocabulary workbook and to be cognizant and know some of the phrases from the novel that may be a bit difficult for us to understand. So, what is today's agenda? We'll be going over week 15 vocabulary in our book, go over the example sentences, and you will have to review and self-study. So why are we doing this? First, week 15 vocabulary is for vocabulary acquisition, to gather all of our vocabulary words and to put it in our mind box. By learning the definition, synonym, and antonym of a word, this can significantly and greatly improve our reading comprehension and enhance our contextual usage. Next, we have example sentences that we have for you to read. This will help with writing variation. By looking at a variety of example sentences with one specific vocabulary word, students can learn how to use the word in different sentence structures in your writing. So let's get started. Can everybody please turn to week 15 in your vocabulary workbook, which is page 88. 88. 88. And the first word is chuckle. Everyone say chuckle. And the synonym is chortle, and the antonym is sob. And it is a verb to laugh quietly. Chuckle. We were chuckling while watching a movie because probably something funny happened and then they were chuckling. But they wanted to chuckle quietly because they're at a movie theater probably, so that it doesn't distract all of the other guests and audience that are watching the movie. So repeat after me. We were chuckling while watching a movie. Very good. Example 1. It says, everyone chuckled at the comedian's funny joke. Again, this is another word for laugh. So as long as you remember that chuckle means laugh, you can make a lot of different sentences. And example 2, I was embarrassed when the other students chuckled during my presentation. I wouldn't feel very nice if other students were chuckling during my presentation. So remember, when you're the audience for someone's presentation, we must be respectful and quiet. Okay? Everyone say chuckle. Number 2, repeat after me and say wonder. Wonder. And the antonym is to know. And the part of speech is a verb, and the definition says to ask yourself questions to express a wish to know about something. So you're wondering, you're thinking about something, you're like, I wonder. I think this, and I think that. I'm not sure. So the example sentence says, my dog wondered what I was eating. As you can see in this picture, the dog's like, what are you eating? You're asking questions. Oh, is she eating chips or is she eating chocolate? Am I making you hungry? Sorry. Wonder. To think and ask yourself some questions. Repeat after me. My dog wondered what I was eating. Great. Example sentence at the bottom. On my way home, I wondered what was for dinner. I always used to wonder this. So when I was finished with school and I would be going home, I'm like, I wonder what's for dinner. Is it spaghetti? Is it sandwiches? Is it a burger? Is it Korean food? To ask yourself some questions, to think about what it is. Wonder. And example 2, I wonder what my mom was thinking because she looked angry and didn't say anything. So sometimes when your mom is quiet and you're just thinking, I wonder what she's thinking. I'm so scared. Why isn't she talking? What is she doing? What is she thinking about? Am I in trouble? To wonder. All right, everybody, repeat after me and say glance. Glance. And the synonym is peek, and the antonym is stare. Stare means to look at for a long, long time, right? So, glance is a verb and it means to give a quick, short look. The quick, short look. Angela glanced around to see if the stranger was following her. Oh my, what a scary sentence. Walking, and then you're to look back to see if they're following you. To glance, to look very quickly. Again, stare means to look at for a long time. But glance is to look quickly. Repeat after me. Angela glanced around to see if the stranger was following her. Good. Example sentence 1. My teacher told me not to glance at another classmate's test paper. Yes, we should not glance at someone else's paper because it might look like we're cheating and we don't want it to look like that, right? We want to be innocent. No looking, no glancing. I glanced at the new student because she looked familiar. You're like, she looks familiar. Who is that? Where did I see her before? Glance. Okay. Next word, everybody say groan. Groan. The synonym is moan and the antonym is laugh. An easy way to remember the synonym is that they both rhyme and end with O-A-N. Okay? It is a verb and it means to make a deep, long sound showing great pain or unhappiness. Ugh. That is a groan. My mom groaned when her neck was in pain. Ugh. It hurt so much. Ow. Ugh. Those are all examples of groan. Repeat after me. My mom groaned when her neck was in pain. Good. I couldn't help but groan in pain when I stubbed my toe on the door. Oh my goodness, I hate when this happens. It happens to me all the time. I always stub my toe on something. It means to hit your toe on something. So you're like, you groan. Example 2, when I saw the big pile of homework on my desk, I groaned out loud. Ugh, all this homework. But it's okay because I get to watch Miss Kimberly on YouTube. Yay! Groan. Number 5, everyone say pathetic. Pathetic. And the synonym is pitiful and the antonym is cheerful. But pathetic means very... It's an adjective and it says causing feelings of sadness or sympathy. I think it's pathetic that so many people suffer from war. It's so sad that people have to suffer. Repeat after me. I think it's pathetic that so many people suffer from war. Or we can say, example sentence 1, the city looked pathetic after all the damage the earthquake had left. So here, the earthquake passed by and it had a lot of damage to the city. So it looked pathetic. It brought up feelings of sadness and sympathy. Or, the next sentence. The pathetic stray kittens meowed at everyone who passed by. So the stray kittens mean they don't have a home and they live outside, right? So whenever someone would pass by, they'd be like, meow. They would have a pathetic little meow. Causing feelings of sadness and sympathy. Pathetic. Number 6, everyone say miserably. Miserably. L-Y, which is adverb. Very good. And both antonym and synonym end with L-Y as well. Synonym is sadly, and the antonym is hopefully. And the definition says feeling or showing unhappiness. I stared miserably out the window while other kids played outside. So maybe this is you while you're doing your homework and you see other people playing outside, but you're miserably looking at them, meaning you're very sad. Repeat after me. I stared miserably out the window while other kids played outside. Good. Example sentence 1. When the ice cream cone fell to the ground, the child stared at it miserably, wishing it had not happened. Like, and then bloop, it fell on the floor. I'm so sad. I'm just looking at it like, so sad, miserably. After getting a low grade on the test, I walked out of the classroom feeling miserably disappointed in myself. Maybe you could have studied more. Okay, miserably disappointed in myself, meaning you're very sad, showing that you're unhappy. Maybe this means that you're walking with your head down. Number 7, everyone say holler. Holler. And the synonym is shout. And the antonym is whisper. It is a verb and it means to shout loudly. The example sentence is, she was hollering through a loudspeaker during the protest. So if you see this picture here, this woman is using a little loudspeaker and she is hollering. She's shouting very loudly. Repeat after me. She was hollering through a loudspeaker during the protest. And then my example sentence is, during the surprise party, we all hid and then jumped out to holler, happy birthday! So to shout, to holler, to yell. Everyone hollered when the baseball player hit a home run. Woo! Good job! Woo, 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 woo! That should say player, not played. Miss Kimberly. Okay, everyone say holler. Next word, last word on page 88 is number 8. And the word is relieved. Relieved. The synonym is carefree and the antonym is stressed. And it is an adjective that means happy that something unpleasant has not happened or has ended. You're like relieved. You're like, oh, phew. Good thing that didn't happen. So the example sentence says, he felt relieved after he cleaned his room. So maybe he's like, phew, finally, I'm all done. I'm happy now. Relieved. He felt relieved after he cleaned his room. Example sentence 1. After searching for my lost phone everywhere, I was relieved to find it under the sofa. So like, oh no, so worried. Where's my phone? Where's my phone? Where'd I put it? But then you found it under the sofa. You're like, yes! Phew! I feel relieved. I feel happy that I didn't lose it. Or example 2. When the teacher announced there was no homework over the weekend, the students let out a relieved cheer. Whoa! You're the best teacher ever, Miss Kimberly. Thank you for no homework. Relieved. Everyone say relieved. Perfect. Number 9 on page 89, it says pushover. Pushover. It is a noun and it means something that is easy to do or to win, or someone who is easily persuaded or convinced, or their mind is easily influenced or defeated. The example sentence says, I'm such a pushover when it comes to shopping because I buy everything. Meaning, this person is easily persuaded to buy everything that they see. Wow. I'm such a pushover when it comes to shopping because I buy everything. Repeat. Okay, example sentence 1 says, Jim's little brother is a pushover for compliments. He'll do anything if you praise him. So this boy is like, say that you want to borrow his pen. And you're like, can I borrow your pen? And he says, no. But then if you say, Jim's little brother, you're so cute and nice and so smart. Can I borrow your pen, please? And then because he's a pushover, easily persuaded, you're like, okay, yeah, here you go. And you can lets you borrow it. Or, example 2, the salesperson was able to make the pushover buy the expensive jacket. Be careful. So when this person was going out to buy stuff, the salesperson was like, oh, that jacket looks so beautiful on you. That jacket just has your name on it. It is yours. And you're like, oh, really? It looks that good? Okay, yeah, I'll buy it. The pushover, who is easily persuaded or convinced, would buy the jacket. Okay? Number 10, everyone say bleachers. Bleachers. And these This is a noun, and it means the seats that are usually not covered and often farthest from the action of the game. So these seats here in the picture are bleacher seats. We watched a baseball game from the bleachers. So if you imagine this, you're like very, very far up in the bleachers, and it's hard to see all the baseball players because they're so tiny. Repeat after me. We watched a baseball game from the bleachers. Good. Example 1. From the bleachers, you get a great view of the entire soccer field. So this is not just bleachers for a baseball game. It could be bleachers for the soccer game, or a football game, or a hockey game. It doesn't matter. It just means the seats that are very far away. Bleachers. Everyone in the bleachers stood up and cheered during the last 10 seconds of the game. Woo! We won! Yeah! Standing up on the bleachers. Ow. All right, now we're on to our TED Talks words. As you know, this word is capability. Repeat after me. Capability. And the synonym is competence, and the part of speech is noun. The definition says the ability or power to do something. So as you can see this picture, it's an ant holding a leaf. An ant has the capability of carrying something bigger than its size. So this ant has the ability. He has the power to do this. Capability. Repeat after me. An ant has the capability of carrying something bigger than its size. Next one. The new smartphone's impressive camera capability allows you to take professional quality photos. Meaning that camera for that new smartphone is so good. It has the capability, it has the power to take really, 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 really good photos like it's professionally taken. Example 2. With his incredible math capabilities, he was able to finish the test in 10 minutes. Whoa. Super smart, but you should always double check. So this man, or this boy, had great, incredible math capabilities, math powers, that he was able to finish the test in 10 minutes. Number 12, everyone say inspect. Inspect. And the synonym is examine, and the antonym is skim. Skim means to read really, really quickly. And it is a verb, and it means to look over very carefully, to examine, to inspect, to look at it very carefully. I inspected my pencil using a magnifying glass. I don't know why you would do this, but maybe you wanted to look at your pencil really up close. So I looked at my pencil very carefully with a magnifying glass. Repeat. I inspected my pencil using a magnifying glass. Very good. My example sentence, it says, the mechanic inspected the car's engine to identify the reason for the strange noise. So sometimes your parents' cars will make some funny noises, and they would take it to the mechanic. And they would inspect the car's engine and look around and see, what is the problem and what is making this noise? Inspect. Example 2, the chef inspected each dish before it was served to the restaurant customers. So usually at a fancy restaurant, the chef will look at it and be like, okay, and clean up the sides of the plate and be like, okay, ready to go, serve. To inspect, to look over very carefully. 13, tip over. Everyone say tip over. And it's a phrasal verb because it has 2 words, and it means to fall on one side. The car tipped over because it was going too fast on a curve. Wow. So say that you're turning, but you're going too fast, and it tipped over. Just like the car in the picture. Repeat after me. The car tipped over because it was going too fast on a curve. Example sentence 1. As the boat rocked in the waves, our drinks almost tipped over, but we caught it in time. So it almost fell over, it almost tipped over, but we were able to catch it. Something else, a sentence that will be a bit more familiar to you. We all screamed when the Jenga tower tipped over. So Jenga is a game where we have the blocks going 3 by 3. And we all screamed when the Jenga tipped over. Because that means the game is over. 14, everyone say scale. It is a noun and it means the size or level, especially compared to something else. He made a small scale of the tower before building the actual one. So he made a small version before he made the bigger version. A smaller scale, smaller size. Repeat after me. He made a small scale of the tower before building the actual one. Example sentence 1. The professional video game player's skill level was on a whole new scale compared to beginners. Meaning this person had super great, awesome video game playing skills, which is on a totally different scale, totally different level than a beginner. Example 2. The scale of the giant mountain was fascinating, and it made all the hikers feel small in comparison. So the scale of the giant mountain, meaning the size of the mountain, was very big. So as you can see here, this word here in the first sentence meant level, and this one was for size. 15, almost done. 2 more words. Keep it up. The word is mobility. Mobility. And the synonym is portability. Again, easy way to remember is that it ends with ity and it rhymes. And the antonym is stillness. It is a noun and it means the ability to move around. Here's an easy way. Move, M-O. Ability, ability. Move ability, mobility. Aha, very good. So the ability to move around. I like the mobility of my laptop, meaning I'm able to move and take my laptop around from home to the bus, to school, to the library. The mobility. I'm able to move it around a lot. Repeat after me. I like the mobility of my laptop. Very good. Example sentence 1. In the park, children enjoy the freedom and mobility to run, jump, and play. So in this huge park, children are able to have the freedom to move around, have the ability to move by jumping, running, and playing. Example 2. The wheelchair ramp at the playground entrance ensures that accessibility and mobility for all visitors. Meaning, we need a ramp like this for people with wheelchairs to go up and down. And this was able to ensure the mobility, the ability to move around for all people. Very good. Last word is flash. Everyone say flash. It is a noun and it means a sudden burst of light. The example sentence says, the flash on her camera was so bright that I closed my eyes. So a flash, the big flash of light. Let me see if I can show you my flash on my light or my phone. Boop, flash. Off, on, off. So the flash on her camera was so bright that I closed my eyes. Did you repeat? Thank you. Example 1. During the concert, the stage was lit up with dazzling flashes of colorful lights. Flashes. And now, the next one. The lightning created a brilliant flash across the dark, stormy sky. I'm sure you guys have all seen lightning flash through the dark night. Woo! High five, high five. We are done, done, done. Let's repeat from number 111. Ah, I just rhymed. Repeat after me. Chuckle. Ha ha ha, chuckle. Wonder. Glance. Groan. Ugh. Pathetic. miserably. Holler! Relieved. Pushover. Bleachers. Capability. Inspect. Tip over. Scale. Mobility. And flash. Woo, 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 woo. Good job, everyone. Now it is time for you to self-study. Yes, this is for contextual mastery so that you can fully memorize and understand these words, not just memorize. Review all of the words again, read it out loud, and please do your homework pages on 90 and 91. Okay? Thank you for joining me again this week. I'm so happy to have spent time with you. And I'll see you guys in the next video for vocabulary and phrases from the novel. Bye! Thank you! Bye-bye!